Now in this video tutorial, what I want to do is start out by creating the very basic PowerPoint presentation. And I'm going to go in this particular one and I'll be creating 3 slides. And what I'm going to be doing is creating a presentation on what I call the 9 steps that a person needs to go through in order to purchase a home. So what I'm going to do is, this is my title slide. So the first thing I'm going to do is just click here and notice that this, if you will, these are actually text boxes. And what happens here is Microsoft PowerPoint actually creates, if you will, sort of a layout for me of what a typical introductory PowerPoint slide would look like. So in my case, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to click in here. Notice the text sort of goes out of the way, and I'm just going to type in the title of my presentation, which is 9 steps for buying a home. Okay, so that's my title. The next thing that I need to do is I always want to say who prepared this. So I'm going to put in here P-R-E-P-A-R-E-D, by, and then my name. And in your case, it would be your name. So I'm going to be Patrick J, H-O-G-A-R-T-Y. So now I've got that slide created. And now what I need to do is I want to create another slide that's going to introduce the 9 topics that I'm going to be talking about. So in order to do that, I just click here, make sure I'm clicking on that slide, and I'm going to go up here and click on New Slide. And then what it's going to do is give me different types of slides that I can utilize. So this again is the title slide. This is a title with some content like pictures or text. This is a section header. This is where I have something where I have a box on the left and a box on the right, which is sort of like content on the left. It could be one house, you know, and a second house. This is where I'm going to compare 2 things. This is where I would have a title only. This is where I could have a blank slide. This is a title and a caption, and this is a picture and a caption. So again, these are just to get you started, but again, these are just, in reality, if you're going to create something, they are just text boxes that are sized to a certain size. So I'm going to go up here and pick title and content. And what I want to do is I want to put in the 9 steps that I'm going to be talking about. So this will provide more or less like an overview of those. So I'm just going to type in N-I-N-E steps for, I believe is what I had, for buying a home. Now, what I want to do now is this area right down here that's located right here. You'll notice that if I click back off of it, it says click here to add text, and it has a little bullet item here. So what I'm going to do is, so that you don't have to sit here and watch me type, I've already created this text and I've saved it in Microsoft Notepad. Again, this is a program that is a very simple program. What's really nice about it is that if you had this in something you copied off the web or something, you can get rid of all the font characteristics and the colors and the sizes of the font and everything else. So it's a good kind of a transition way, or a good way to get stuff cleaned up, if you will, if you had to. So I'm just going to go ahead and right click and copy. I'm going to minimize this, and I'm just going to go right in here, and I'm just going to right click and I'm going to paste. And now I've got all of those 9 items that I have that I've typed someplace else in here. Now the last thing that I want to do is I want to put in one more slide, and again, this is again kind of like the basic outline of what I would do. So I'm going to go up here and go and say I want a new slide. And in this particular case, the slide, all I really want to do is just have something that says like thank you, you know. So I'm just going to go in here and I'm just going to say thank you, and then you for attending this presentation. Tion. And again, this is a text box. So if I click on this, I can move this text box down, put it on the page. I can go ahead and maybe move this out and pull this other line up, and again, move the text around to the way that I particularly would want to make it look. And so this gives you, if you will, an idea on basically starting your presentation. Again, you always would want to have a title slide. The next thing that you would want to have is you'd want to have the topics you're going to talk about, and you know, and then finally you would want to have something in the end that says thank you very much for watching. So this is the basic presentation that we are going to go ahead and start with. And then after this, in fact, I think I'll move this to the next page here. And again, you can keep fooling around with this until you set it up the way that you like. But in the next tutorial, we're going to start talking about adding some individual more slides, and again, more slides for each one of these topics, and also the introduction of using pictures or graphics in my presentation.